So hello people, how are you? I hope that you guys are doing well. So today I welcome you to the yet another video in which we will be talking about kinematics. Okay, as you all know, my name is Rahul Inchal and I'll be taking general science. So for the Sure Shot Academy. Okay, without wasting a single time, we'll start. So first, what we will study about? We will study about what is motion first. What is motion? Okay, kinematics is all about motion. So what is motion? First of the topic, and then uniform and non-uniform motion, distance, displacement, and magnitude. Definitely time, average speed, and average velocity. Now, average speed is very important because a lot of guys feel problem in it, because average speed they consider it as a normal average. So I don't want you to make mistakes over there. That's why I have added this topic. Acceleration is again a very important topic. Distance time graph, I want to teach you this also. And equation of motion considered as the most important topic of this lecture. Okay, uniform circular motion, the last topic maybe, and then we'll come for the homework. Okay, uniform circular motion is also important, yeah, and it is a different topic as well, but I want you to take care of that also at this time, and we will be studying about this in the coming upcoming classes also. Don't worry about that, I will be teaching everything in detail for you.
Are you preparing for defense written exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, or Sainik School Entrance Exam? Join our written exam preparation courses, practice mock tests, and get expert mentor support. Call us at 725 940 7111.
Without a further ado, let's start. What is motion? Now सबसे पहले देखो what is motion. हम लोग को क्या पता है motion के बारे में? Motion in physics, the motion is a change in position of an object with respect to its surrounding in a given time interval. मतलब in a given interval of time, the motion of an object has some mass, that has to have some mass, and described in terms of the following. Now we can be describing in terms of distance also, displacement also, okay, speed also, velocity also, and time also, and acceleration also. Now for example, at a particular time, this is a position, I am at suppose 6:10 p.m. I am at 6:10 p.m. and B position. At 6:30 p.m. I am at B position. Now I have changed my means first I was at A and then I am at B now. Okay, I have changed my position. First I was at A and then I am now at B with a respect time interval. That is 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I have suppose covered 100 or 10 kilometer. Okay, now 10 kilometers. So what does it say? I have changed my position with respect to time. Now this is called as motion. Okay, now motion can be described in distance also, displacement also, speed also, velocity also, time also, and acceleration also. Okay, so this was the thing which I want you to know. Yeah, definitely go ahead and take a screenshot of it, guys, because the you all know what is motion, but you need to learn it as a physiological or physics वाला terms you can say. Okay, physics में हम कैसे describe कर सकते हैं. So that is the thing which I want you to know. Okay, then next slide. What does it say? Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Now uniform motion and non-uniform motion, by the name you suggest. Okay, uniform motion, when an object covers equal distance in equal time interval, that is called as uniform motion. Now if I want to plot a graph for this, now how does it happen? Now y-axis, let it be as a distance, and x-axis, let it be as a time. Now each time interval in x-axis, that is time, denotes 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. Now each interval in distance y-axis denotes 10 meter. Okay, now for first 10 meter I have taken 10 seconds. Now for another 10 meter I have again taken 10 seconds. Now for another 10 meter I have taken another 10 seconds. Now what is this? This is a straight line. Now it is not looking like a straight line, but consider it as a straight line. Okay, guys. Now this straight line indicates that the object is in uniform motion, which means for every 10 seconds I am covering 10 meter. Or for, suppose if you can take another example, for every 1 hour I am traveling 50 kilometers. For every 1 hour I am traveling 50 kilometers means for every successive 1 hour 50 kilometers is being added up. So which means the object is in uniform motion, which we rarely see. Okay, speed decrease and increase, it always decrease and increase in the real time. Now what is non-uniform motion? When an object covers unequal distances in equal time or equal interval of time. Okay, now look, same graph, let it be the same graph. Y axis denotes as the distance and x axis denotes as a time. Now every interval in the time axis is 10 seconds. Okay, now 10, 20, first it has traveled 10 meter, and then it has traveled 5 meter, and then it has traveled 20 meters, then it has traveled some others, then it wasn't constant. So what does it mean? So it is not regular, right? It is, the time interval is same, but the distance covered is different. So what does that mean? It means that the object is in non-uniform motion. Okay, so this was it. I wanted to tell you non-uniform motion and uniform motion. You definitely know what does it mean. Okay, so now in this lecture, guys, the main thing is which I want to tell you is the definition. Now, definition plays an important role in any of the physics wali thing. So if you know the meaning of the definition, everything will be very simpler for you. Okay, okay, fine. Let's go for the next topic. Now, what is the next topic? That is distance, displacement, and magnitude. Now, what is distance? Distance, the magnitude of the length covered by moving object is called as a distance, which means in a daily life, you know what is distance. Now, if I have to travel from my home to Bangalore, it will be around 500 kilometers. If I want to travel from my home to, suppose, my school, it will be around 20 kilometers. So if you want to travel from your home to some other place, it will be say 10 meter, or if it is very near of, or if you want to travel a large distance, let it be 100 kilometers. From my home to Goa is 100 kilometers. Okay, so now what is 100 kilometers? It's a distance which I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so that is called as the distance, the magnitude of the length covered. The length covered is called as the distance. Okay, now displacement. What is displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance between 2 points, or the distance between the starting and the final position with respect to time. Now I'll explain you with this example. Look at this. What is the example? Look, this is the example. Okay, look at this. This is my starting position. Suppose this is the A position. Okay, this is the A position and this is the B position. Okay, the destination, this is the starting point, this is the destination. Now I have traveled a distance like this. Okay, I have roamed here and there and I reached the final destination. Now this might be 100 kilometer. Okay, so now this becomes the distance. Now what is displacement? What is displacement? Displacement is the initial position and the final position ka distance, this direct distance. So that is called as the displacement. Fine, you got to know that, right? Again, I'll tell you the distance I travel, no matter from where I go, I reach the destination. The total distance which I have covered is, suppose if it is 100 meter, then 100 meter becomes the distance. Okay. Now, what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest path between the initial position and the final position what you have reached. So this it becomes a, suppose this is 10 kilometer. Okay, so this becomes the displacement of yours. Now suppose if I want to give you some kind of example, let me erase that. Okay, if I want to give you example that you have traveled from, just a second, yeah, you have traveled from here, you have roamed here, there, here, and then reached the same position from where you have started. Now at this time your distance becomes, suppose you have traveled 200 kilometer, okay, from your bike. So distance become 200 kilometer, 200 kilometer, but your displacement becomes, what will be the displacement? What will be the displacement? That is zero. Because what is the distance between the starting point and the final point? It is zero, definitely, because you have started from the same position and you have reached the same position, which means you have not traveled at all. Yeah, in scientific terms, the displacement becomes zero, definitely. Okay, so this was it about the distance, displacement.
You can now download the SSB SureShot app from Google Play Store to access online courses related to SSB, personality development, and written exams like NDA, CDS, FCAT, and plenty of other preparation material. For a limited time period, you can apply the coupon code SureShot20 to get a flat 20% discount on all the courses. Hurry up and become a part of the SureShot family.
Magnitude. What could be the magnitude? Magnitude is nothing but the size or extent of a physical quantity. In physics, we have scalar and vector. Now, scalar and vector, I'll explain you in the bit. But what is magnitude? Magnitude means the physical quantity here. How much? What is the weightage of that? Weightage of that. For example, what is your weight? If I tell you what is your weight, you will tell me 50 kgs. You will tell me 60 kgs. Now that 60, 50, or in the later slide, in the earlier slide, I've told you about the distance, right? Now, distance, what we measure, that is the magnitude of the distance, right? 50 kilometers, 50 is the magnitude or the physical quantity. For example, if I want to tell you what is the definitely what is the weight of yours, will be 50 kilograms. So that 50 denotes the magnitude, the intensity, the physical quantity is called as size of the quantity is called as the magnitude. Okay, now there are two kind of quantities, scalar and vector quantity. Okay, now scalar quantity are only expressed as magnitude, means which has no direction. No direction. I'll explain you, don't worry. No direction. Now, and vector quantity are expressed in magnitude as well as the direction of the object. Example, velocity, displacement, weight, momentum, force, acceleration. Now, look, what happens is speed. Let us consider speed and velocity. Okay, velocity. Speed, if I tell you I was traveling with a speed of 5 kilometers per hour. Fine. Now, can you see anywhere a direction over here in speed? That's why there is no direction, right? That's why it is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. Now, velocity. If I tell you ki 5 kilometer per hour, we denote it as like this, but you don't have to remember this. You might be knowing about it. So, if I tell you 5 kilometer per hour in north direction, if I tell you in north direction, then that becomes the I have mentioned specified as direction. I've specified the purpose is the direction, which means it's a vector quantity. So it becomes the vector quantity. Suppose samajh mein aaya? It's simple, yeah. Quantities without vector is called as scalar quantity. Quantities with vector is with direction is called as the vector quantity. Fine. I hope that you got the thing which I have told you just now. So definitely I want you to take a screenshot of it or try to make notes out of it. Yeah. Okay. Try to make notes out of it because I want you to I don't want you to just listen it and leave it like this. I want you to take notes out of it also. Okay. Let's go further. Now time, average velocity and average speed. Okay, it's very important. Let's see what it is trying to say. Time is the duration of an event that is expressed in seconds. So SI unit of time is seconds. Okay, SI unit of what you can say the distance is meter. Okay, if time is expressed in seconds, then the distance will be traveled in meter. Okay, so definitely you don't say 5 kilometer per second, right? Or you do not say 5 meter per hour. You hardly listen it. Okay, so you always say 5 kilometer per hour and 5 meter per second, you say, right? So when time is in second, the distance has to be in meter. When time is in hour, or distance has to be in kilometer, or vice versa. Okay, so you do not say this. Okay, so understand that. Fine, I just wanted to make this clear. That's why I've told you. Now it must be clear to you guys. Okay. Okay, look, most physical phenomena occurs with respect to time, definitely. Now one more thing which I want to tell you here is, whenever it is written rate of something, okay, rate of something, with that mostly means the distance, that mostly means with respect to time. Okay, whenever you will listen key, the rate of doing something means it has to be calculated in perspective of time. It will come in later slides. I'll definitely explain you that. Okay, now time is a scalar quantity because time do not have any direction. Okay, speed is the rate of change of distance. Now here it is come, right? Rate of change of distance. rate of change of distance. Now what is this formula of speed? Speed is equals to distance upon time. That is the thing which I was trying to tell you. Time. Here it is, time. Fine, so it has come, no, it is time. So anywhere it is written as rate of change of something, it will be calculated with respect to time. Okay, so speed is the rate of change of distance. If a body covers a certain distance in a certain amount of time, it is given by speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay, now average speed. Now what is average speed? A lot of you guys make mistake over here. What is average speed? If I tell you what is average speed, so you will try to do it, is sum of all speeds divided by total number of speeds. Total number of speeds. Now this is a wrong formula. Okay, this is definitely a wrong formula. Why? Because you must have studied about the averages, not average speed. Averages in mathematics, so sum of all observation divided by total number of observation. But in science it is the wrong definition. Okay, you do not do that. What is the correct formula for this? Average speed is total distance covered by total time taken. Okay, this I guess you now know the thing. Okay, fine, let's go further. Average speed right now. Okay, the rate of change of displacement is velocity. Now here it was rate of change of distance, right? Rate of change of distance is called as speed. Fine, now here it is rate of change of displacement is called velocity. Now velocity, definitely you know velocity is a vector quantity. Now rate of change of displacement, yeah, in the earlier what we have, rate of change of distance, which means the formula came to us as distance divided by time. Now here it is displacement is velocity. Velocity means this velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Okay, now these two formulas are very important for you to understand. Okay, fine. Now average velocity, what it will be? The initial velocity plus final velocity. We have earlier in the slides have watched, right? This, just a second, I want to. Okay, now this is right, this was our initial velocity, and this was our final velocity or final destination. This is initial point, and this is final point, right? So that is the thing which it is trying to say you here is, yeah, so initial velocity, just a second, I erase it. Yeah, initial velocity, initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Now initial velocity is denoted as u and final velocity is denoted as v. Okay, so average velocity and average speed. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Right now, if you have any doubt, definitely go in the comment box and try to ask questions. Okay, we'll be definitely try to get in touch with you, don't worry. Okay, so let's go for next topic now. Now what is acceleration? Acceleration, what do you mean by acceleration? Now rate of change of velocity. Now again here it comes as rate. Okay, so it has to come as time. Fine, you got to know about that. Okay, it is a vector quantity. Definitely velocity is vector quantity. In non-uniform motion, velocity varies with time. Velocity. Now non-uniform motion, I've told you about non-uniform motion in the first videos, right? In non-uniform motion, what happens is the velocity varies with time. Definitely the speed is up sometime, the speed is low sometime, due to various reasons, due to obvious reasons. Okay, now acceleration formula, what comes out to be, acceleration is to change in velocity divided by time. Or you can say, or you can say a is equals to v minus ut. This is the formula which you need to remember, where v is final velocity, final velocity, and u is initial velocity. Fine, initial velocity. Okay, where t is time taken, yeah, it is written over, huh? V is final velocity, u is initial velocity. So you need to remember this formula. Okay, make a note out of it if you want to. Fine, so let's go further now. Acceleration is clear right now. Okay, let's go further. Distance time graph. Now what is distance time graph? Distance time graph shows change in position of object with respect to time. Distance time graph shows the change in position of an object with respect to time. Okay, let's see. I have the graph also. Look, this is the graph. Okay, now look, change in position from here to here. It was some. Now look, 0 to A or O to A. O to A, what is happening? It is uniform kind of motion, right? Uniform motion, uniform motion, right? Because look, the slope is same for everything. Slope is same, okay, and it is traveling the same distance for every equal interval. Okay, it's a straight line. You can consider it as a straight line, and it is a uniform motion. Now from A to B, it is the object is rest because time is increasing but distance is not increasing. Distance is 10 only, right? So that's why it is at a rest position. Now from B to C, it is decreasing. The distance is decreasing. Okay, so it is a irregular curve. Okay, so that's why it is B to C. You can say it is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Okay, so this whole in terms is called as distance time graph. Definitely this y-axis denotes as distance, x-axis denotes as the time. Okay, now linear variation. Uniform motion and non-linear variation imply non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and non-linear variation is implies non-uniform motion. Okay, you can understand this. Now slopes gives us the speed. Now this is the slope. You know this angle will give you the speed. Okay, fine. Now you understand this point, right? Again, any doubt? What you have to do? Go in comment box and comment the doubt. Definitely get back to you if the answer we have to say. Okay, equation of motion. Now equation of motion is again the most important topic. We come to the most important topic right now. Equation of motion is again very important, guys. Definitely, what will be the first equation of motion which you can say? V is equals to u plus at. Now we have the derivation for it also, but you need not to go for derivation because derivation is definitely you're going for competitive exam, right? So you need not to go for derivation in classes, in the courses. If you ask us to, definitely I'll try to solve the derivation also if you demand from us. Everything is upon you guys. Okay, first is v is equals to u plus at. Now what is V is final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, t is time. Okay, second, v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Now what is s? It is a new terminology, right? So let me write it as s. S is total distance. Total distance. Okay, fine. Okay, so third, what will be third will be s is equals to ut plus half at square. Now these three are the important thing which you need to remember. Okay, so these three are the equation of motions which we call it. Now these are very important when you are solving some of the problematic problems in physics. Now these are kinematics, the basis of the kinematics. Okay, definitely. So that is the thing. Okay, now if you have understood the point, right? Okay, whatever, what all things I was about to say you, or what all things I was saying you was very important as far as physics or terminologies are uh, considered. Okay, guys, look, if I tell you uniform motion will come, look, if I tell you what is distance time graph, you need to understand completely what is this distance time graph. Okay, now what is acceleration? You need to know what is time, average speed, average velocity. Now small things, if you know, then that makes a huge difference in the examination. Okay, if you do not know, like for example, the rate of change of displacement is velocity and the rate of change of distance is speed. Okay, so these two is very important, right? These two you have to know. If you do not know this difference, then you might confuse yourself. Now confusion in competitive exams will create a larger problem in larger extent. Okay, you might not able to clear the examination. So basics, work on your basics and try to clear your basics, then only you will be able to study further, okay, with clarity. Now last slide comes out to be as uniform circular motion. Now uniform circular motion is nothing but if the object moves in a circular path with uniform speed, uniform speed, this, remember this, with uniform speed, it's a, its motion is called as the uniform circular motion. Now we are studying about uniform circular motion, right? So the uniform circular motion, velocity is changing as direction keeps changing. Now why direction, now why it has mentioned direction over here is, now look at the point, at this point, that at this instantaneous point, the direction of the pendulum or whatever they call it, the direction is at a tangent. Okay, tangent is just touching the circle. Okay, at this point where the ball is right now, the direction is like this. Now at this point the direction of the ball will be like this, at this point direction will be like this. So this is the fact. Okay, this you need to remember, the direction at an instantaneous point will be always the tangent of the ball. Okay, velocity is changing as direction keep changing. Okay, velocity keeps changing as direction keeps changing. Acceleration is constant, acceleration is definitely constant, that's why it is following a circular path. Okay, fine. I hope that you understand this point right now. Okay, I hope that you understand. Fine. So with this, I will conclude my lecture. Now, what could be the homework for you? Homework would be, which of the following is true for displacement? It cannot be zero, or its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. Now you need to state the reason also. Okay, so with this, I will take your leave now. I appreciate your time, and if you have any query regarding the paid courses, you can definitely go on the description and it can be solved by you. And I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to our new channel SSB Short Plus for exclusive new videos. Also follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates. Check out a Short guide to crack SSB on Amazon. The link is in the description below.